It's NAB 2022 and we're back here in Las Vegas and we're here on the Rohde Schwarz stand and with me is Ciaran Doran. Hi Ciaran, good to see you.
Hi Simon, isn't it great to be back? 3 years it's been.
Absolutely. Now we should explain to people watching this is setup day, which is why there's no carpet on the floor and of course your stand has got all your employees on it and no visitors just yet.
Yeah, absolutely. And in fact, because of the way we've been working in the last couple of years, remote demos, cloud demos, we thought we'd do that at the show. So the setup, instead of paying shipping companies, we've paid the telecommunications companies for rather expensive internet connections, dedicated, uncontented internet connections. But the upside of that is not only can we show our customers how they can work remotely, how they can work in the cloud, we actually got setup done a heck of a lot faster.
I bet you did. So let's have a tour of the booth, shall we? As it's, I think we've got a clear run through. Let's go for it.
Let's go.
Okay.
So what we're showing on this wall here is the complete workflow for a traditional broadcaster, from ingest right through to playout, with various tools in between. So broadcasters need storage. We make storage for either the studio acquisition part or the archive part. We integrate that with the cloud storage, which some customers are looking to achieve as well. And the storage operates right through post-production and into playout as well. So you can play straight directly from our SpatialNode storage system. Monitoring and multi-viewing are really important throughout the whole process of bringing content into a studio and then sending it over straight to the playout. So what we're demonstrating here is the software ability from start to end, bringing content into a system and getting it straight onto air, either into a schedule to go out later or straight to the presenters to be able to use right away. And we can do a lot of that on-prem or in the cloud.
Cool.
Our Venice ingest solution is here, and as you can see already, our Prismon multi-viewers are actually being demonstrated on these screens as an integral part of the whole setup. And the multi-viewers that we're using at the moment are in the cloud and actually using SRT or ND, I think it's SRT on this particular one, to bring the multi-viewer back down to the studio itself.
And this is actually coming from Hanover now, isn't it, in Germany?
Yeah, that's the whole essence of what we're doing. There's some demos further down the line which are using Amazon Web Services Cloud. All of these demos are using our remote connection into Hanover in Germany and very low latency connection using SRT and NDI for different parts of the chain. So yeah.
Okay, what's next?
What's next is the on-premise cloud solution from the SpatialNode product, and again, we're remoting straight into Hanover to show people that you can actually control your remotely control your storage systems. And in these demos, we're also putting content up onto the cloud and bringing it back down using object storage as well.
Cool.
And over here, we're demonstrating Cloud Playout. So Cloud Playout is the final integration of the Pixel Power, which is a Rohde Schwarz company acquired 3 years ago. We'd love to have been showing this at
This is the first
NAB
show that you've had, Pixel Power as a...
Yeah, this is the first show where Pixel Power is fully integrated with the Rohde Schwarz workflows. And it comes together when you can bring content in and throw it straight into the playout system. And we're showing two demonstrations here. One is with Cloud Playout and the other is on-premise Playout. And we're also showing our integrated graphics and branding solutions as well. So our tool set called Create is totally embedded into the Playout solution because that's the heritage of Pixel Power for the last 30 years. So bringing that Playout and graphics and branding from Pixel Power and integrating it with the Rohde Schwarz workflow is one of the biggest messages, one of the biggest keys that customers are looking for.
Cool. And I was looking down here earlier on, looking at the user interface here. I mean, how easy is it for people new to your systems to pick it up and start to roll with it?
Well, one of the great things about this tool set is that it's based on the types of tool sets that people are familiar with, like After Effects. So it'll take a day, 2 days for a professional user or a good user to get up and running and understand how to create templates, create fields within those templates and make them available for playout. It's a very quick tool to learn.
Got stuff behind us just here as well.
So these are our transmitter racks. Let's walk around the front and we'll have a little look at what's going on here. This is still in setup mode at the moment because...
You've got plenty of time, Ciaran. The show's not till tomorrow. It'll be fine.
Well, it's not just that. We're doing live demos here. So we're doing live broadcasts. Rohde Schwarz has been at the heart of pioneering one of the several companies in the ecosystem pioneering 5G broadcast. And along with Qualcomm and other companies like Dielectric, we are demonstrating live 5G broadcast transmissions to real handheld devices, the prototypes, first prototypes on the market here. So 5G broadcast being demonstrated here. Also, what's very important in the North American market is ATSC3. A lot of the transmitters that are in the market are upgradable through software to ATSC3, and many broadcasters and networks are already starting to do that in the US market.
Sure.
So 5G broadcast is a way of getting content to mobile devices in a new manner.
Right.
So it allows mobile network operators to offload their data to a 5G broadcast network. We've all been to stadiums where when you get your phone out you can't do anything because the whole data network is clogged. What 5G broadcast allows is the one-to-many approach, allowing content to be distributed to our mobile phones without a SIM being included. What it also does for a broadcast and entertainment market is offers completely new business models. Imagine going to a Grand Prix where you've got an outdoor environment, you've got 5 seconds of the cars flying past, and then you're sitting there waiting for them to go around the ring again. What 5G broadcast does is it allows the content owners to create new ways of delivering the kind of fan experience that we would get at home, which is often better than what you can get at the track. It allows them the opportunity to create a new fan experience.
Okay.
What 5G broadcast also offers is other types of services. It can deliver data to devices, to railway stations, to cars. It can be used for emergency services provision when traditional cellular networks that are normally lower down might get washed away in a flood. High power, high tower 5G broadcast networks can keep going often, and they've got the backup system. So there's many different applications for 5G broadcast, which is now, I think we're at the beginning of that new phase
exciting stuff.
of getting into the market. It's quite exciting.
This is a full demo you're doing here at NAB.
Full demo here. We have the transmitter antennas in the middle of the machine room. We have the licenses, and we're actually broadcasting, and you'll get the live content to the device here.
Cool. So on the back of the booth, you've got a lovely diagram. So go and take a look at that.
Yeah, people like diagrams. We're engineers at the end of the day. This area of our booth really is about meeting. You know, after 3 years away, I know there's been some smaller events where we started to get back meeting with customers, and customers are enjoying that. I think we're all going to soak up that getting back together again. And so we felt it's important to create a pretty big meeting area so that it's nicely spaced for social distancing, because customers are still conscious of that. But it's also important here to show the workflow. This is the first time, as I said earlier, that the Pixelpower solutions are integrated, and you can see here from ingest right through to playout and onto the distribution, you can see the different types of products and workflows that we can solve, whether it's transcoding type of workflow at the studio end, whether it's making sure that you can switch a studio from one moment it's doing children's drama, next moment it's doing news, next moment it's doing other types of programs. With our multi-viewer setups, you can switch that whole setup within the touch of one switch, and our monitoring systems also feed into that. And what this diagram is also showing is that we do that on-prem and also in the cloud. We keep talking about cloud as a buzz. Great, it's not for everybody. It's not all for everybody. Many broadcasters are starting to go into virtualized workflows, cloud workflows, but they're starting in little bits, and what they need is the ability for someone to take them on that journey, to give them the hybrid, to give them the trust and the confidence. And you know, Rohde Schwarz has been around for 85 years, or 87 years, something like that. We're not going away. We're not a here today, gone tomorrow company. We're not a big acquisition company. We like to take people on that solid journey. We're a trusted partner, and that's what these tables are about as well. We'll sit down with our customers and design workflows with our solution architecture here as well to do that.
Yeah. So I think there's one area at the front of the stand on post-production. Should we go and take a quick look at that?
Post-production is an area that we've specialized in for a couple of decades now. And what's important in this particular area of post-production is the Clipster product. Clipster's, it's been the bedrock, it's the gold standard for IMF and digital cinema packages. And what that means is that Clipster makes it really easy for the likes of the OTT companies, the Amazons, the Netflixes, and the others, to create hundreds, maybe thousands of different versions of a film or a premium episodic TV series. You know what the 9 o'clock watershed is in the United Kingdom, and in other countries there's various different time differences. There's many subtitles, there's languages, there's product placement, there's all sorts of different things that make up a variation of a piece of content. And Clipster is at the heart of helping make that happen for those types of customers. Makes it easy, makes it fast, makes it secure, complies with TCP, and it's at the heart of IMF.
Cool. So we've got the full workflow. It's all here for everybody to see.
And we're so looking forward to it. This is going to be a great show. The closer we've got to the show, the more customers have said to us, actually, we've changed our mind. I've heard of people just while I'm here, no, I'm definitely not coming to NAB. It's not going to happen. Oh, yes, I'm going to be there.
People are doing last-minute travel arrangements.
They
absolutely,
are indeed.
yeah. So where can, if people aren't able to travel here, where can they find out about all of your solutions?
Well, they can go to the Rohde-Schwarz.com website and look for the broadcast side. There's only a few different application areas, broadcast quite easily to find. They can go to the Rohde Schwarz website and we'll have all the information there. And then after the show, we'll have our video interviews and our demonstrations uploaded.
And the stand number here?
The stand number here, we're right on the aisle, the main aisle in the North Hall. We've never been in the North Hall before, but it's a great location. Stand 3625.
Fantastic, thank you, Ciaran. You heard it. Check out the website for all the information. Do come to the North Hall to look at the fantastic workflow that Rohde Schwarz and Pixel Power can offer. Find out everything we're doing at NAB at kitplus.com.